But yeah, we are recording. For anyone who's watching after the fact.
Hello, hello.
I told my
So if anyone in the chat wants to say hi to whoever's watching.
No one else
So this song apparently does not play over the HD version of this that's available elsewhere.
The hidden truth,
but apparently this was on the original print. It was on the DVD.
Soon all alone I will not find. Somehow, somewhere, someone may hear me. Hold on to love. Hold on to love. But beware of men who became beasts of prey. Many are they.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Chris. I couldn't really find an explanation for it. But apparently, like, hardcore fans of the movie say they really like the song and they wish it was included on, like, the Blu-ray and Shudder version. Because I looked briefly at the Shudder version, this is silence.
Complete silence?
Yeah.
Or so not even like sound effects or anything?
Wow.
There's
sound effects and stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just no music of any kind.
Gotcha.
I gave my message to the wind. I told my story to the sea.
Yeah, it was cool with the song.
Somehow, somewhere, someone may hear me. Hold on to love. Hold on to love. Hold on to love.
Sounds familiar.
They say that nightmares are dreams perverted. I've told them here it wasn't a nightmare, but they don't believe me. They nod and make little notes in my file, and they watch me now, waiting for me to scar my breasts, to eat insects maybe, or to lift my dress like some crazy old woman and urinate on the floor. But there's so little time left. You've got to listen. Not far from here, there's a small town on the coast. They used to call it New Bethlehem, but they changed the name to Point Dune after the moon turned blood red. Point Dune doesn't look any different than 1,000 other neon stucco towns. But what happened there, what they did to me, what they're doing now, they're coming here. They're waiting at the edge of the city. They're peering around buildings at night. And they're waiting. They're waiting for you. And they'll take you one by one, and no one will hear you scream. No one will hear you scream!
That was metal. That scream.
Yeah, I thought the title sequence was over, and now it's still
So
going.
did I.
Okay.
This is a cool score.
That shot was really
It sounds like a
interesting, too.
voice. Yeah, I liked how it almost made her like a floating ghost until she
went there
came
looking
into the
for my
focus
father.
enough that it was
He used
like
to
her
spend
whole
winters
body.
in Point Dune painting. Then, after my mother died, he stayed, and his letters became our only contact. Until recently, when his letters became more and more bizarre and finally stopped.
I have little time now. I can't write again. You mustn't worry. And please, you must promise not to follow me. I'm afraid to see people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's better that I wait alone for it to come.
Fill her up?
Yes.
Just firing my gun.
It's been a slow night.
Dogs. Stray dogs.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't sound like dogs.
Has to be. Has to be dogs. I've hunted in them woods out there. Nothing but quail and rabbits. Rabbits don't make that sound.
That's Point Dune ahead, isn't it?
Why do you want to go to Point Dune?
I'm visiting somebody there.
I can't understand why anybody would want to go to Point Dune visiting. I mean, it's just a piss poor little town. It's deader than hell.
You forgot.
Hello there.
$2. No knock.
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Oh.
The machine's broke, lady. Don't you have any cash?
Well, no, but this is.
That's all right. Forget it.
Oh,
Get out! Get your stamps?
Well, I guess it's a good thing we established that he has a gun. Although I have a feeling that will not help.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
This is like one hell of a
Yeah,
opening scenes.
Yeah, they haven't really told you anything. They're just like, look at all this crazy shit.
Colors are really nice too. I was kind of thinking that too, Chris. But I'm like, is that what she looks like, or is she just like walking through what kind of feels like some surreal Italian shit right now? It is that. That why I get that vibe.
Setting it off.
Father?
These colors are nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Father? Father?
Yeah. Yeah, the set looks really cool.
June 30th. For 3 nights now, I haven't slept. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Visions are coming from areas of my mind that I don't understand. July 2nd. These grotesque images keep crowding in on me. At night, I find myself wandering alone in town, catching glimpses of horrid animals I know can't be there. And along the dark beach, faces haunt me. Pale women with sleepless eyes and shadowy figures staring toward the black water.
He didn't return that night. I walked along the beach in the morning, as I'm sure he must have, coming out of the nightmares he spoke of, back into the daylight. I drove into town later. It was hot already. I saw an art gallery and I thought they might know my father.
Sleepy
The art
coastal
dealer was
town
blind.
vibe horror. That's
Her fingers
that's a
moved
good genre.
like a pale spider over my face.
trying to think like Dead and Buried, The Fog,
The Wicker Man.
Wicker Man. Sure, we got some others in there. In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh yeah.
city of the dead. It's maybe not coastal, but still sleepy town.
Joseph Lang? Do I know who he is? We do get magazines in Point Dune.
The Departed.
Some of us can even read.
Well, I meant I'm looking for him. And I thought maybe you knew him personally.
Point Dune isn't an artist colony. I heard he did take people out there, mostly women, but they weren't from Point Dune. There were some people in this morning looking for your father, which means some people do like his brand of art.
Who were they?
I don't know. Strangers. I think they're staying at the Seven Seas.
Oh, Jack Fisk, yeah.
I'm as old as the hills. Mama delivered me herself.
That guy's a pretty
She
fantastic
took me from between her legs.
set designer.
Bloody little
production
mess.
designer.
Just about to feed me to the chickens. And Daddy said, maybe we could use a boy, Lottie. That's how I came into the world.
Excuse me. They said at the gallery that you were looking for Joseph Lang. He's my father, and I just...
Just come in and close the door.
All I want to know is if you knew...
Close the door. Go ahead, Charlie.
It's hard to remember back on things. But I remember the red moon my daddy told me about. Only once. Mama gave him a bad look when he talked about it. He was only a boy himself then. He called it the blood moon. He said that was the night that he lost religion. He learned that men could do horrible things. Like animals.
I'm really hungry. I've got some munchies.
Shut up. Go ahead, Charlie. What about the moon?
100 years ago, the moon started turning red
Shut
up
up.
in the sky and things began to happen. It was like the red of the moon got up there, the closer the people were being jerked toward hell, where the people started bleeding out of control. They found children eating raw meat. It was like the town was festering with an open sore until the night that they came down out of the canyon and...
Who came down, Charlie?
I gotta go.
Charlie. Take the wine, Charlie.
Wow. Thanks for your kindly hospitality.
I'm looking for my father. Do you know him?
I know of him.
They told me at the gallery.
We drove by the gallery this morning. I happened to see one of your father's works in the window. I didn't know that he lived here.
They didn't have any of his paintings there.
Well, that's popularity. Because they did this morning. I offered to buy one, and the old woman said they weren't for sale. As a matter of fact, it was a portrait of you.
Tom likes to collect things.
Like old trunks?
Old-fashioned retort.
What's a retort?
Tony, you're half girl, half child, and half wit.
Sit on it, sister.
Don't be afraid. I'm an ugly old man, but I'm harmless. About your daddy.
It didn't sound promising,
mustn't hear me.
regardless of him saying it.
Fool. I get drunk, sleep under the sidewalk like a dog, and he let me be. I ain't crazy. I know Charlie.
What about my father?
You have to kill him.
You're crazy.
You can't bury him. Don't put him in the ground. You gotta burn him. You gotta put fire to his body.
Well, that's good to know. That'll come back later, I feel like.
Yeah. Someone's getting set on fire.
I spent the afternoon in town asking about my father. The reaction was always the same. People would only stare or shake their heads and back away.
This movie looks awesome. Who shot
July
this?
6th.
Yeah.
Our Letty called this morning.
Very good looking.
I listened to her, but couldn't let her know I was here. My voice would have terrified her. At times, I make noises which don't seem human, and my mind is letting go.
Guy Who Shot,
I try
Blues
to remember
Brothers,
the past.
Switchblade Sisters, and Baby Geniuses.
Instead, I think of death.
An all-time banger.
Bob Clark's
Always
Baby
death.
Geniuses.
Yep. Bob Clark.
The GOAT.
I love Bob Clark for many things, but Baby Geniuses is it's a samurai movie.
I'm gonna watch this.
You can watch this what?
Baby Geniuses. If it was shot by this guy, you know. Like,
I think I can't remember if I 1 or 2'd it, but I'm pretty sure I did. I won it. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the sequel.
I saw that as a kid.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Which, Jamie, I think you said also sucked.
The
sequel
to
to
I don't
I
even
Know What You
remember
Did
if
Last
I
Summer.
watched it.
I'm pretty sure you did, because we went on the Blink-182 podcast to do...
And I had some things prepared.
Yeah. Oh, it's the third
Yeah, let
one.
me double
Okay,
check.
I don't think Jamie watched the third one. I think he watched the second one.
It's so funny that the second one, I remember the first one pretty vividly, but the second one must have left my brain completely.
I think you told me they went on vacation or something.
Okay, it's starting to
He
sound more
follows them on a trip or something like that.
Very pretty when you sleep.
Oh yeah, I did watch it.
I'm going to take a nap. Want to come?
Later.
But you can't stay here.
Just for the night. I'm willing to pay. We had a little trouble at the motel. You remember the old gentleman who was telling us the story?
Of course I do. He was mad.
Perhaps. But when they found him this afternoon, he was dead.
Oh, shit.
The police came and questioned us. Needless to say, they weren't very understanding, what with me and my 2 traveling companions. And then suddenly, every other motel locked and shuttered its windows. You're the only other person we know.
What happened to the old man?
They found his body in the alley. He must have passed out or something. The police theorized that it must have been dogs. Well, they found his body half-eaten.
Making weird faces. That's gonna make her comfortable and make her want to let you guys stay over at her place.
I let them stay. I never understood why. It was as if I'd come into a foreign town where I didn't speak the language and was sharing a house with people I'd have never met in my other life.
Would you like some more?
Yes, thank you. wind is strange.
It's like the Sirocco. It blows across the Mediterranean from Africa. I was born in Portugal, in a castle.
I thought it was a villa in Spain.
My mother was a Portuguese, aristocrat. My father was rich and American. I have a castle that stands above the sea. One of our legends tells us...
Tom, what are we doing in this shitty place?
I don't know, really. As I was saying, every race has their legends. The Romans, the Greeks, even the folk here in Point Dune had their stories. I'm interested in this story about the blood moon.
She got, yeah, there you go. Smart girl.
What was your father doing here?
He didn't know anybody here. He could paint.
Has your father been painting long?
Laura's quite the art critic. She used to model. Photographers mostly. She specialized in exotic poses with snakes.
That sounded like a drunk delivery.
Trying to get into somebody's pants. Listen, when you go to bed with him tonight, why don't you let him?
Laura, I am tired of having to apologize for you.
You've embarrassed us once
Yuck!
again.
This stuff is shitty tasting.
You're not supposed to eat the fuzz.
He said he was a collector of old legends. He thought my father knew something of the legend of Point Dune. I told him my father wasn't here. He said they could wait.
Oh shit. Maybe announce
You
yourself
lost?
next time, brother.
No. I've been walking. Have you seen the fires on the beach?
No, I haven't. Good night.
There is something you could do for me.
What?
My zipper is stuck.
Oh, come on.
Classic.
I'm sure one of your traveling companions could help.
Well, they're very angry with me. They get jealous when I'm around strange women.
How awkward.
Really? So if you just... It wasn't very hard.
No. I'm sure you could have done it yourself. Good night.
You don't just unzip a man and say goodnight.
Smooth, dude.
You are tired, aren't you? So am I. Good night.
The space between the good night was the strangest thing of that whole thing.
Yeah.
How long? Forever. It's a long time. Why? Because I'm tired. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of this place. He didn't get lost, you know. He came here on purpose. And why the hell Point Dune?
Did you like the beach? Maybe you could learn to body surf. He's just farting around with us.
Yeah, we'll let him fart around. I'm going to San Francisco. Mickey will take me in.
Who's Mickey?
He's a drummer.
What about me?
You're just a kid. You'll be all right. He's given me too many lines.
Hey, Laura. Leave me some dope, huh?
Yeah, the compositions was great.
Mhm.
Oh, great. Mm-hmm. It's crazy how we've seen like so few people. Like it just seems so abandoned and here like literally unfinished. Great vibe. Oh no. This fucking guy.
Wanna ride?
No.
What the hell? Oh, hey, thanks.
That was really
You coming back
just
from the
looking
waiting?
up in the back too.
The
Yeah.
waiting at the beach.
Uh-uh.
You like Wagner?
Oh, yeah, sure. Super. You can, let me off in town. You guys must have been, working late.
Moonlighting.
Moonlight.
Everybody was out there tonight. Even the little creatures. I found a lot of them.
A lot of what?
Beach rats. What's wrong?
Nothing. What do you do with them?
Do with them? I eat them. That's what I do with them.
No! Bro.
Oh, he just Ozzy Osbourne'd it. Guess that was with a bat, but still.
I've got another if you'd like.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna get out right here.
You don't want it?
No. It's a very nice night to walk. Jesus.
Surprised it was that easy for her, to be honest.
Hello?
She did seem surprised by that.
Hello? Hey! 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 Hey!
Yeah, Carnival of Souls, that's a good reference point, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Oh, God. Yeah, I was thinking a little bit, too, of actually the one we did not that long ago for the live watch, Lisa and the Devil. Just feels like people walking into various, like, nightmare sequences.
Yeah. Hop it. Just hop over it. There we go. Pull on the end one. Damn, they're running.
Oh, they got her.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. All the
July
cutting to, like,
17th.
the empty halls was interesting.
I dread the night coming on now. The fires on the beach are more numerous. And more of them are coming out at night from the town. It's more horrifying than I expected. A crazy old man told me a story today about Point Dune a century ago, and a dark stranger arriving, and the monstrous things that happened to people when he came. I thought I was going mad, but worse now. I think the hideous things I'm seeing are not imaginary.
What are you doing?
What is this bullshit? I can't get any stations in.
Laura didn't say anything else. Give a girl a pair of shoes and she walks out.
WUVI Radio 94 in Ludlow, the voice of Idaho.
Idaho. Idaho. Where are all the stations here? Why are they all out? There are no stations in this town. You can't hear anything. Can't we go, Tom? It's not that I care. It's just that I'm scared.
Of what?
I don't know.
I tried to sleep, and I fell in and out of half-dreams. I remember my father saying that you're about to awaken when you dream that you're dreaming. Tom. Father?
Oh. Dude, his art pieces keep tricking me into thinking there's fucking people standing around.
People there, yeah.
But it's probably because that's what he saw too, right? So he's literally like drew these, you presume, because he was seeing this stuff as well? Yeah. Well, I will say, this has very legitimate spooky vibes. This is a good Halloween watch, I feel like.
Yeah. And it's just all based on discovery. Like, we really have no fucking idea what's going on at all.
I felt like I was losing control.
Losing control. It's not nightmares any longer, but something like a sickness that's still there with the sunrise. I think my body is being taken over by some unspeakable evil that's turning me into...
He's really sitting up in that sleep.
Arletty? What's wrong?
I don't know. The light was on in his studio. I thought maybe I thought someone was in there.
Come on, it's all right.
There was a painting.
Come on, you've been having a bad dream. Come on, get in.
Where it's safe. Where it's safe. Oh my god.
I don't know what else to do. Nobody in town knows him. I don't know where else he'd go.
Arletty, I think you should leave here.
That's a great idea. Why don't you both leave? Then maybe I could get
Next
a little
of Kin,
sleep.
that's a good movie. I love the
Yes.
ending to that movie.
Yeah, it's that one shot in the car.
Very
So good.
memorable. Dude, maybe her dad was just an eccentric artist. You know? That's
Yeah.
it.
We can hope. True. Cool shot.
Hello? Yes, it is. What? I don't... Where?
The police said it must have been a mental problem. They had picked up my father twice in town. He was found wandering around before dawn. He never knew where he was, what he was doing in the dark streets. And then, people reported seeing him on the beach, building a huge sculpture. The tide must have collapsed it on top of him.
After this is over and we get through with some paperwork, I think you should take the young lady out of town.
Yeah, I was just
We're
thinking
not really
that.
a tourist town, and strangers only bring problems.
The way that his hat matches his tie and everything.
July 20th. If the cities of the world were destroyed tomorrow, they would all be rebuilt to look like Point Dune. Entirely normal. Quiet. Silent, though, because of the shared horror in common. I know it's hiding now beneath its stucco skin.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
I once was lost, but now. How is she? I remember the night my father died. He was coming home from work, drunk. His stuff started bleeding out of control. They found children eating raw meat. And it was like the town was festering with an open sore until the night that they... We're never gonna leave this place, are we? Until the night they came down out of the canyon and... Somebody came while you were gone.
Who?
I don't know. I heard this noise at the other end of the house. It sounded like somebody crying. I looked all over, but I didn't see nobody. I'm bored.
Why don't you, go to a film?
A what?
A movie.
Oh, a show. Great. I get to take the car. Then you two can be alone together.
I sat in my father's chair. The mundane scenes around me were of Point Dune. They were slightly distorted and foreboding, as if they were hiding some message, just as I knew now. Town was hiding some dark fear.
July 21st. My body temperature has dropped to 85. This morning I passed blood again. It's as if the thing that's taking over my body no longer needs human blood.
Arletty, what's wrong? What is it?
I like that we can always hear like the wind in the beach and stuff too.
Yeah.
Tom, I didn't feel it. Why didn't I feel it, Tom?
I don't know. It's as if the thing that's taking over my body no longer needs human blood.
Father had beautiful hands. They were fine. Long, almost feminine fingers. He was ashamed of them in a way. He used to laugh and say that after the revolution he'd be shot. That pale hands were the mark of a decadent life. That's how I knew. Tom, why did they lie to me? Those weren't his
Every
hands.
new angle I see of this house, I'm blown away.
They were coarse and large.
Yeah.
That wasn't my father.
You sure?
Yes!
God. Tony.
Maybe she's going to the movies. This theater's fucking sick too. It all looks awesome.
Very cool.
Great. I don't know, like location work or I don't know where they shot this, but yeah, there's no way all of these people aren't zombies.
Yeah, not one person brought a date.
Oh, that was awesome.
You can't take all three of us.
Wrong.
Wrong. This looks sick. Is that a real movie?
Life isn't always milk and honey, free without care. Life isn't always fair and sunny. Life isn't always...
I are always watching podcast movies, the fun ones especially, are just like, what is this?
Nice hop. That was good. Good dive.
Oh shit, I thought it was like a joke here for a second. I was like...
Parker's got to be paid for his tune.
But he would have been younger
Just
around
good
this.
money.
He would have been a nice, young, handsome man.
I should have sat right beside her.
This is really well done.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they haven't gotten up yet is so much scarier. It's like, yeah, there's no way you're getting out. We don't care. We're gonna keep watching the movie.
Yeah. Once this trailer's over, we're
Yeah.
gonna eat you.
What a shot! Oh yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say that's like Jada Pinkett Smith Scream 2, or Anguish as well.
Yeah.
Gotta love murder scenes inside movie theaters.
Or the Tingler.
Or the Tingler. Yeah, Scream 2 is awesome. I gotta pick up the 4K. Because if it's as good of a update as the original Scream 4K was from Blu-ray, then that's amazing. Those movies look great. See, I feel like this is what the so many of the movies I feel like miss, where there's so many movies that we watch even today that we feel like it feels like a lot of waiting, and you're like, what's happening? I'm getting bored. This is the opposite. This is like where they milk all of the waiting for just like every beautiful shot, every creepy, little piece of mood that they can wring out of it.
Like every single shot.
Yeah, it's like every one is.
And they're always alternating lighting in the middle of it.
It's impeccably framed. It feels just strange.
Yeah, strange is the word. Yeah, I'm still also surprised that with all the darkness, there's so much color. It's honestly almost vibrant at times.
And so much just like walking around like abandoned areas.
Yeah, just looking at weird shit, like group of people staring at you just a little too strangely. Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, it feels like you have like a little bit of a combination of like the American sort of like Romero-esque zombie movie, but the set pieces have all been done in that like gothic Euro horror.
I like that the zombies too. They're not like necessarily once they see you they just attack. It's more like, oh, they're in the town, and it's almost like
they're like
in a hive mind. They
hey,
collectively decide, let's fucking trap this guy or whoever it is, girl, whatever, and then eat them up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what's so much scarier about them is that they aren't like immediately we're gonna take off after you. They're like, no, you don't understand. You've already been caught. You're just you're walking around pointlessly. We'll get to you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. We're not even worried. Yeah, we'll get to that brain.
Oh,
boom. What is no one? What was that? That was a weird shot. It almost made it look like no one was attacking him, but he was responding to one.
Whoa.
Wild shot.
Yeah, that almost like
Guess it's in a tilted mirror.
Yeah.
That's cool. Makes
So
it look like the room is just that way.
I thought she was in like a
Fun house or something.
I was gonna say like a Alice in Wonderland or like a Dr. Caligari type situation.
Yeah.
Infected. It's crazy that this is the whole movie too. I thought at a certain point someone was gonna like drop some exposition on us and
like no, they're just in this like hellscape.
Wait, please. You've got to help. We only live a couple blocks from here. We were watching TV when we heard them. They came crashing through the sliding glass door, making that noise, that awful noise. We tried to get the children, but they already had them in the hall. They went after them like sharks. My husband dragged me out, and we ran to some neighbors who had guns, but it didn't stop them. They kept attacking anyway. He's still there. You've got to help.
I can't.
What's wrong?
Your eye.
yeah, that's right. There's only like 15-20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Right.
And so far they've sustained the mood from like the opening moments until now.
I'm very sorry.
Oh yeah, she can't feel anything. Getting zombified, girl.
July 28th. I cut myself this morning. My finger was nearly severed. Without feeling any pain, I ripped it off at the joint. I felt nothing at all. I'm disintegrating rapidly.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
Don't like that.
Yeah, it looked like it was just one beetle, and then it was just like a whole mix of different insects. And a salamander.
He's like, hey, help.
Yeah.
Would you please disperse? You are ordered to disperse.
So first we'll say please, and then we'll say they're ordered. And we get to shooting. I love how like quickly they escalated each step.
Oh.
Oh fuck. Oh, I thought he did a dodge roll for a second there.
Please. I tried to warn you. I dragged one of the bodies they killed up on the beach, but you still didn't leave. There's little time left. You'll have to go. Tell people on the outside. Warn them that what happened 100 years ago is happening again.
What?
Listen. Please listen. He came 100 years ago. A hunter first saw him.
With a couple minutes left, they're like, all right.
Yeah, let's give some history here.
He told the hunter that he had been a minister and had come over the mountains with a Donner Party. He passed that horrible winter with them and saw men commit hideous acts. He said that he himself had eaten human flesh, but had survived because he had faith. Faith in a new master.
Satan?
The hunter didn't understand when the dark stranger said he was spreading this new religion.
Oh man, this is who is the guy Cannibal the Musical was based off of?
Oh,
Alfred Packer.
When they found the hunter, he looked as if he'd been attacked by some kind of animal, half-eaten. As he was dying, he told them of the dark stranger, and they assumed he was delirious. When he went into a fit, biting at them like a rabid dog, they shot him. The dark stranger watched the chaos. And he walked into the sea and said he would return 100 years later to a world tired and disillusioned. A world looking back to old gods and old dark ways. Our world. You've got to go now. Most of this town is infected. It's got to be destroyed before the moon turns blood red. And he returns to lead them up the coast and inland into the cities.
We can both go.
The vampire, cowboy, cannibal messiah has returned.
They took me, and they did this to me.
Oh my god.
Help me!
Well, the guy told her she's got to burn him alive, right?
Did they set up some type of flaming mechanism in this room earlier? I can't remember.
I can't. I already tasted human flesh.
Oh, there it is. It's all happening. The liquid's pouring out.
You gotta kill him.
The flame is coming.
If you love your daddy, you will kill him.
You love your daddy, don't you, girl? Set him ablaze.
The
Can't
paint
bury
is
him.
such a nice touch too.
Don't put him in the ground. Gotta burn him. Put fire to his body.
I
Oh,
swear,
fireplace.
at first I thought he was peeling her skin off, and I was like, whoa. Yeah, he's done. That'll do.
That's a guy on fire for sure.
Absolutely.
Arletty?
Oh man.
Dunzo.
Yeah, it's got a smell.
Arletty? Arletty? Arletty?
Why didn't you leave?
I came back here to get you.
Tom, it's too late.
I saw them in town. They're traveling in packs like wolves. I think the whole town. I was dreaming. We were in a forest, and it was snowing. The trees were wet, and you were looking up. And I asked you what you were thinking. You said you were thinking about all the people who were born and died. While the trees went on living. Then we came to a village and we spent the night in a wood room. The next day it was so cold. We stayed in bed to keep warm.
That's a strat. There is no escape.
They're a lot more athletic than I thought they were.
Yeah.
Get out, get out.
Nice.
We're gonna get them walking over the beach line from the hill.
We thought we must have made it out of the town. And then we saw the first one. They were coming down to the beach as they did every night, to stare at the ocean and wait. We could go no further. They were all around, watching us, staring at us, as if we were trapped animals, caught, already bleeding, yet still struggling hopelessly. We hoped to make it to one of the small boats on the horizon, and then we would drift out and head for safety down the coast. He was having trouble with his arm. I had hurt him. And now I couldn't help him. Boats didn't seem any nearer.
Just instantly drowns. He made it so far.
Yeah.
And the
Such
last
a bummer.
thing I saw was the setting sun. They hadn't let me drown. They had pulled me from the water. They had prevented my last escape. That night, most of the town was on the beach. They built their fires, not for warmth, but as beacons to be seen from the black ocean. They dressed me in an old gown. I was to be offered, and following their prophecy, the moon turned blood red, and the dark stranger returned.
Oh yeah, I guess they didn't really think that one
He
through.
let me go with a story that condemned me, knowing that they wouldn't listen. He was right. I made it back, and they put me here.
He told them of the dark stranger, and they assumed he was delirious. When he went into a fit, biting like a rabid dog, they shot him. The night the moon turned blood
Red
red,
and the moon got up there.
horrible, pale creatures
Closer
who were
the
no
people were
longer
being
human,
jerked toward hell.
crashed into farmhouses and gorged themselves.
They could do horrible things.
For
Like
an
animals. Folks were shooting in the streets 100 years ago.
During the day, they let me out with the others. We sit in the sun and wait. We sleep. And we dream. Each of us dying slowly in the prison of our minds. And at night, I roam the empty halls, listening to their whispering. I try to find someone who can hear me, because I have to warn them that back there in that small town on the coast, they're growing in number and moving out into the rest of the world, spreading their sickness. And in order to live, they'll take you one by one, and no one will hear you scream. No one will hear you scream.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's dark as shit.
So sick.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that.
And such an ending, like, the ending makes, like, not only is it obviously just she's laying out that they're like, yeah, no one would believe her story in the first place, but like, also that little montage at the end, like, just shows you, like, you told anyone what was happening and you'd have no idea. Like, they'd be like, you made all of that shit.
Yeah, not to mention the characters don't, like, barely know themselves. I guess she got a little bit of the backstory eventually, but it seems like you as an audience member and the characters are so in the dark the entire time. So it's just like disorienting almost.
And I like that it's just like it is depicting like a feeling that like something bad is coming.
Yeah.
And then it's like literally having obviously that start to physically happen to some of the characters, but even when it does, it happens in this very off-kilter kind of sideways way that they don't expect. It's not, I really like that it doesn't just go full like Romero mode.
Yeah.
Even though
Like,
it has some similar ideas there.
Yeah, they almost have to be like individuals, because there's a couple times where individual people walking around the town just look at them kind of like, you shouldn't be here, but then move on and then become part of the zombie horde. And then once they're together, it's like they make the collective decision to take them out and make them one of them, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And
It was
1973
a cool way of doing
too.
zombies.
There's a lot of stuff in there that came out like after this that, you know.
Yeah.
Like I would assume that movies like The Fog or Dead and Buried or something like that would be a little inspired by this, I think.
Yeah, I would agree completely.
And the set design and the look
Score
of
was
it.
great.
Yeah, and the weird like sounds that they made when the zombies finally unleashed, like it was like silence and bizarre colors and, you know, weird reflective shots that make it look like the world is like sideways and just like it's really cool.
I love the way they used the artwork in the place that they were staying at.
That's awesome. That's so good. And yeah, whoever it was who said Carnival of Souls, like that's a like Carnival of Souls and City of the Living Dead, I think are the other things that I've seen that would have came out before this that are kind of like
Yeah.
this. But then you merge in some of that like Bava-esque, like I color the colorful set design and
Hmm.
the just like the surreal waking nightmare aspect of it. You even get a little bit of like, because it feels so overwhelmingly large and you're not sure what it is. It has like that cosmic horror vibe to it too. Like it's got everything. It's
Yeah.
got like 4 different kinds of movies that individually I all like on their own.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
in
totally.
one. In 90 minutes.
And it never lets up. Like it really does just it's atmosphere the entire time. I guess like by the end, the last 10 minutes, there's a little bit of exposition just in case. I guess they were like, maybe they won't get everything here. They need a little bit of history, but
Yeah.
I don't think it weighed it down by any means.
No.
Not
And
too much anyway.
and definitely they finally just said, hey, look, he's been kind of saying this in the diary entries. Why don't we just actually show it a little bit? And I don't mind seeing like 19th century cowboy cannibal flashback briefly. That's an underrated genre too. Speaking of another genre,
Yeah.
like Ravenous. Have you seen that one, Jamie? The Western cannibal. Yeah, like that. That made me think of that as
good.
well. So, man, good movie. Good movie.
Yeah, that was good.
We'll have to cover it on the show at some point. We'll have to think of.
What did the director do again? What else?
Yeah, we were looking at it. So they were mostly George Lucas writers. So Temple of Doom, American Graffiti, Howard the Duck, Messiah of Evil. What do we think? Potential pairing. We got some thematic crossover. Man. And Radioland Murders. What is this? They apparently wrote the script for this. I forgot about the albino guy too. There's so many creepy details, and the shot of them in the back of the truck, all looking at the moon, and the opening gas station bit where he just looks at bodies, and the prologue. And I think we missed it, but I think it was supposed to be Walter Hill as the guy who dies in the prologue, right? So like that's
Oh, okay.
So much stuff happens in this movie. It's awesome. It's so good. Glad we finally watched this one.
Yeah, and with such a good score, knowing when to stop it can be probably pretty difficult because it really did set the tone a lot of the time, and it was weird. It had like someone said the theremin possibly was involved in some of the composition,
the like weird vibration sounds.
It was either that or just a synth that sounded very much like one. But yeah, it was that was awesome, just off-putting and made you feel eerie.
Really cool. All right, I am going to stop the recording for anyone who's watching on YouTube after the fact. So thanks for tuning into the Halloween screening.
Yeah, thanks everybody.